Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana. Close your legs and open your book. Let's get to reading.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
It's about to get nasty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Let's get to spoiling.
Wait, no, these are spoiler-free episodes.
Not the way I do it.
Our daughter recently joined cheer, so we've been going through cheerleader movies because we're super excited for her.
Cheerleaders cheering cheerleaders? No, wait, no, it's people cheering cheerleaders?
So what did we watch? What was the first one?
Bring It On.
And then we watched
Fired Up.
And then Bring It On. It was within Fired Up.
Well, yeah, there's a little cameo appearance of that exact scene.
But as we're watching it, we're like, this is so odd. There was no reason these had to be high school girls.
No, yeah, this totally could have been a college level cheer thing.
Completely. Both movies, you could have just said college age, and it would have made no difference other than the overt sexualization of teenage girls. And it's so weird. But how old were we when these movies came out?
Bring It On, we were pre-middle school.
We were young.
Fired Up, we were in high school. Fired Up came out.
Yeah, so it didn't stand out to me at the time as odd because I'm like, I'm a high schooler.
Actually, no, we just graduated high school.
But
we were right in
still,
that line. Yeah.
At that time, it felt like those movies were made for us. Now as an adult, it's weird because those movies were made for weirdos, I think. Like, we obviously enjoyed it.
We were the weirdos they made it for back then.
Even the guys in Fired Up, they're like in their nearly 30 playing 17-year-olds.
The one dude is 30. He's 31 playing a 17-year-old.
Yeah, that's
what an excellent
odd.
skincare routine. That's actually what it's about.
I don't know.
I would agree with you. I think the funniest part to me is if they're going to be 30 years old, everybody could have been at least college age.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Bring It On is the same thing. The guy that played the love interest for the girl in Bring It On, he has like a full 5 o'clock shadow the entire movie, like they tried to cover with makeup. It's so funny. The dude grew a sick beard. I'm assuming, you know what? Let's find out. How old do you think he was?
I would guess 29.
Whoa.
And it's so weird because at the time I thought like that's a 17-year-old. Like I'm actually into 17-year-olds. No, 13-year-old me was clearly misled.
See, that dude was born in 1979 and Bring It On came out in 2000. So that would have made him 31 years old. No. 21.
Yeah, so he was young.
Is that right?
I think so. Because he's only...
21 years old. Yeah.
That's not too bad as far as aging.
God damn, that dude has
down.
had the same 5 o'clock shadow around his face since he was a fucking toddler, evidently. Because that dude, whoa, he grows a sick beard now. Look at him. That's not a handsome man to this day. Why is he still handsome?
But I think the same thing can be said about a lot of these books when they make them teenagers, that there's no reason. But I want to reread Twilight again. So.
I'm going to be real honest. I didn't like Twilight when we were young. So it doesn't matter to me. It'd be the same nonsensical bullshit it was back then. What I'm curious about is, does it hold up after reading these?
There's no way.
For you, obviously. For me, Dungeon Crawler Carl's coming next week.
It is. But I am really enjoying watching some of these older movies with our kids and seeing just the difference of our maturity of when we first watched it versus now. And there's some books that I want to reread for that same
No, it's prohibidabro.
The Fountain of Troy.
No, God damn it, no. I said in Spanish, how much clearer could I have been? I fucking love it. Actually, Fired Up was still so funny.
It was so good.
You're right. It sexualizes adults as if they weren't adults, which is weird, if that makes sense. Like, because the people in it are obviously older, so within their world, they're young, and that makes it, I don't know, it's all weird.
Well, the whole movie, if you ignore their ages, which is weird, right off the bat, just saying that, I love the movie. I still love it.
Tigers, yeah. I fucking love that. That's the best cheerleading movie ever made.
We are driving. We are driving. But it was that scene right after they get off the bus and they're doing the we are crashing. We are crashing as their little joke because they like crashed into heaven with all these beautiful girls. And Thankfully, all these women are adults,
Yes. Yeah, they cast actual 16-year-old girls to
but
do
they're
this.
all playing 16 to 18-year-olds.
They are and they aren't. They are playing 16 to 18-year-olds kind of in name alone.
Yes, and name alone.
In every other aspect, there is nothing else about them that's like, oh, this is high school kids. It 100%, if all they did was change the name of the school, you would go, oh, no, it's a college cheer movie.
Yeah, completely
What
agree.
about American Pie? Did they do that? They kind of did too, because they graduated high
No
school.
way. Is it? I thought American Pie was college level.
No, I think they go to college, but the first movie,
You're
he's in
right.
high school.
That's so weird. What was up with the 2000s?
Well, I'm sure they still do it. We just don't watch those movies. Do they still make those kind of movies?
I don't know.
I don't either. What's Will Ferrell doing these days? I'm just teasing.
I don't know, because a lot of movies today, this is off topic, but
We
a
can cut
lot
it
of
later.
them,
We're in charge.
a lot of them are remakes or already done franchises.
Yeah, I would agree.
When we went to the movie theater for Superman, I said, pay attention to all these advertisements and see which one of these are actually original. Just a original movie, nothing to it. The closest thing there was that wasn't a remake or something like a brand. This isn't the example, but the idea that Jumanji is a game that is well established and then they made the movies.
No, the movie was well established, and then the game became
Yeah,
well established.
I was just trying to give the example, but the closest thing we got to an original movie that will be coming out in 2025 was based off a book.
Which one?
I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was some Colleen Hoover book.
Oh, good.
It's like her second movie.
What was her first one?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, gosh, no. Is that who wrote 50 Shades of Grey?
No,
Do we even know that person's name?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know the primary character's name was Christian Grey.
Yeah, and I think there's something with Jean Grey.
Oh, no, that's the
No.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know nothing about that movie either. That was supposedly, that's a really horny movie, though. Based off a very horny book, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that book
what do you
hornier
think?
than what we read?
I don't know. It is more than this specific series that we're in.
But probably not like The Gods and Monsters third book.
No, I'm assuming that there's way more sex scenes in it because that was the whole purpose of the book.
Wait, that was the whole purpose of the third Gods and Monsters book, remember?
No, it wasn't.
Adri, there was
Yeah.
45 sex scenes in that book.
You know what? I kind of feel nostalgic about, not nostalgic. It's been 3 months.
I don't think we still call that nostalgia. I
What's
could
the
be wrong.
word? What's the word where you kind of miss it?
No, I think that the word is nostalgia. It's just odd that you're feeling it so soon. For the Gods and Monsters book,
Yeah.
I kind of get it because it was
I miss
fast paced.
Diana and Sam Kyle.
I miss first and even second book, Diana and Sam Kyle.
And book 4 is coming out in October and November.
Doesn't matter, I won't read it.
I will.
I know you will. If I do read it, I'm not going to do a podcast episode on it.
I'll tell you about it.
Well,
I'll give you the
probably
recap.
still read it. Yes, you can give the recap. I'll probably still read it just because I have to finish everything.
Yeah. And I kind of miss them. I was just laying in bed listening to this book and I'm like, you know who I kind of miss right now?
Adults.
Adults.
I think it's good. I still think you should have read Serpent Feathers.
We will. We will.
What do you mean we will? I've read that book 4 times.
Stop reading it.
Like, it was good. It's my second go-to.
It's great.
Mistborn
what I
being the
got through.
first go-to, and you have to get to Mistborn.
We'll get there. We are, after this book, we're on a long journey into Throne of Glass.
The
Crescent City.
Mossverse. We're back to the Mossverse.
Yes.
Episode 100 will not be a Mossverse episode.
No, it will not.
It'll be a Grandma's Corner episode. Or do we not count those?
I don't count those into our episodes.
Into our episode count?
No.
So actually it'd be like our 104th episode? In
Yeah,
actuality.
it took off the pressure of the 100th
Oh,
episode.
that's fine. So our 100th episode will be a Moss book.
Our
No,
100th
it'll end-
episode
it'll be the
has
bookend of
probably already
this.
happened.
Well, I'm saying, but our official 100th episode will be the bookend to this
Correct.
book.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of cool. I like how you did that. So purposefully.
And then we should just go into season 2.
Season 2. Right back where we started from. And it's just Army Navy's version
Army Navy's version. What's that mean?
of right back where we started from.
Oh, yeah, I know the song. I know the song. I do now.
Okay. All right. I was like, I'm sure I played this for you, I don't know, 9,000 times. Wouldn't that be a fun intro to that one? Because we're just going right back to the first author.
So we're going to go through Throne of Glass, Crescent City, and I'm hoping by the time we get to Crescent City, there's something about the 6th book.
An Akatar?
An Akatar.
Well, we still need to get through the 5th Akatar book.
Or is it the 4th?
No, it's the 5th one.
3.
We did Frost and Starlight.
You're right.
And then we didn't do the Silver Flame. Court of Silver Flame is the 5th one.
Yes, I want to breeze through Akatar.
Mist and Fury.
Akawar.
What is that one called? What's the real name for Akawar?
Wings and Ruin.
Ooh, nice. Good job.
And we're going to just skip Frost and Starlight.
Oh, you don't think we need to redo the Christmas special yet again?
No,
what
we
if
didn't.
'Tis the season upon us? We should do a Christmas episode. Are there any of these weird, horny books that are just centered around Christmas?
Oh my God, yes. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore definitely has
not
a Christmas. No, there is a Christmas one. I'm pretty sure there is.
I'm going to see if Nightmare Before Christmas has a novella.
Nope. It's got to be smutty.
I can make it smutty.
Are you guys with Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yeah.
It's not smutty.
Good. I'm so excited.
Yeah, but if we do it in a Grandma's episode, it's not smutty.
Well, you read the smutty thing.
What am I reading that's smutty?
That's up to you, isn't it?
Then where's the grandma?
What do you mean? Grandma has smutty books. Trust me. Ask her to borrow the fucking one I was reading with her last week.
Oh.
She handed me a book and she's like, well, I'm kind of trying to get through this one because I can't put it down. And I'm like, okay. She's like, just read this. You'll be fine. I'm like, what the hell? She's like, I know what kind of books you guys read.
Did she really?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
she's like, just
so
read
funny.
this part. And it was maybe 40 pages into it. And it was already getting dirty.
Oh, that's so funny. All the ones that she's giving me have little to no spice in them because they're from the whatever thing.
The Harlequin.
Yes. Yeah. And then I started getting into one that I really want to finish, but she hasn't finished reading it yet, so I'm not allowed to take it. And I really want to read that one. It was like a Pride and Prejudice style in the era.
So this is the thing. She's kind of getting into period pieces because the one that she had me read was also, I would say, early 1800s, late 1700s period piece based in, I believe, London. And again, I'm picking this up from the one page that I read and then handed it back to my grandma and said, oh, that's a lot. Thanks. That was it. She's like, well, I just thought maybe you and Adri want to read this one after I'm done. And I'm like, I don't. Even a little bit.
Little do you know is I don't read those books.
I prefer my pornography to have pictures. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's so cute that every time we go over there, I love that that's her hobby and that we can share that hobby together.
Oh, I think it's wonderful.
Talk about the books.
She feels absolutely no pressure when we go there to change any part of her personality.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely wonderful.
And then when I'm retelling the stories, I'm sure I'm reading books that she hasn't read in years. And she's just like, wow, that sounds interesting.
Also, you're only reading the dialogue. Yeah. So it is potentially a very different story than what she's getting.
Well, yeah, because your mom would like turn to her, is that what happened? And she's like, yeah, they do that. I'm just like, thanks, Grandma, because I don't know if I got the details right.
Yeah. No, she's a fucking ally. I adore her.
Well, we need to get into this book. We mentioned in the last set of chapters, wow, this book needs to move fast in order to clean up some loose ends. And it cleaned up a lot of loose ends. It seems like it could be done in like 3 chapters, but it's not. It's going to go on for like 10 more.
I don't know how you think this could be done in that many chapters. I feel like I have just as many questions as I ever did.
Oh, I think we can just finish this book up in the next chapter. The Nightmare sacrifices his life and he leaves Elspeth's body.
What do you think this ended on?
It ended on a sex scene.
No, it didn't. Did you listen through the end of chapter 38?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's Hoth.
What the fuck?
Hoth is going to die. Hoth is going to die. They should have brought an axe to chop the tree down. The Nightmare started on that. He should have brought a better weapon for it. That can be tied up in just a couple chapters.
Yeah, I don't think it could be a satisfying conclusion in a couple chapters. We don't know what's happening with the sister yet. Is she going to make it? Is she not?
I'm going to be pissed if she doesn't make it because I thought the 2 ladies that were part of this little tribe along this route.
You thought they wanted a lesbian throuple with her?
I did.
I knew that's where your head was going to go.
really all it was two women talking to another woman, not breaking the, what is it called when a movie meets this standard where two women talk about something other than men?
Bechdel test.
Yeah, it was just passing that test when they spoke to
Ironically, you had to ask me that question. The Bechdel test.
Yeah, no, I thought she was going to join their group and live happily ever after with...
Is there a word for if two women communicate without talking about a man, they must be gay? Because I feel like that's kind of where your head goes.
No, I knew you were going to say this.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm laying in bed thinking about how...
You're going to rebuttal this.
Exactly.
Good.
I've already had this conversation.
I was so ready to have this with you too. Good.
The reason was because they were saying something about the Destriers and how they were shocked that she is a woman on that team. I just thought the word.
Okay. All right. We'll run with it.
Is a Destrier.
Yes.
And I was very, that's very odd. I didn't think that they were like that. Didn't think they were cool like that.
How progressive.
And I thought it was just kind of having them talk about it. It's just like, oh, you're not like the other girls. Maybe you want to join our team where we're...
So the Destriers can go back to being an estrogenless cesspool of testosterone?
Huh.
Why would they want to do that? Oh, the Destriers have compassion, and now we're going to remove the woman from them.
I love that you knew that I thought it was going to be a throuple.
100%.
And I knew that you were going to fight me on it.
Not even fight you. I just know that you want there to be lesbians. No, I do agree those women in the forest came off as lesbians to me. 1000% they did. But Jesper does not come off as lesbian.
Is she just going to die in this book?
Fucking hope not.
She's not allowed to die. She's still hanging on by a thread.
Well, to be fair, they have to tie up these loose ends, and the book has to have something to give you some substance. Somebody's got to die.
Peter. How is Peter still alive? I thought he's died like 3 times.
No, they killed him with the maiden card. He made him touch it with his intentions.
Right, so I thought he died. And then he actually lived, right, with the maiden card. We went through that. And then I think it's in this set of chapters, it's his brother, and they're on the battlefield fighting each other after they were given this, like, smoke thing or to make him angry. And I thought Peter died again.
No, his brother died.
Yeah. And then we get to this, and it's between Peter and Jesper. I'm like, all right, now Peter's going to die. I'm like, God damn it. So Peter has to die by the end of this book.
Well, here's the thing. We can hope that Peter dies, but we're not really that attached to Peter.
No.
So if he does die, we kind of don't care.
I only know his name because I keep writing down who dies, and then he's not dying.
I think by the time they get back, Emery will have kicked it. I'm just teasing. That's an awful theory, and I'm not going with
Emery, I think, is going to die because Ione saw it in the future thing.
No, she saw she's being protected. You're right. Emery's dead. She's being protected by the nightmare.
And he gives her the twin alders card.
Yep.
That was interesting.
Well, he had to murder Peter for it.
Also, this entire problem for this area is all because of some kid making deals with trees?
Well, not some kid. He was a man by then. He was a king.
No, I think he says, rather than playing in the woods with my sister, I went
with his kids. And he didn't stay playing in the woods with his sister. He became the king. And then he tried to change the world, and he should have been playing with his children in the woods.
I thought his first deal for that sword was when he was like a teen boy.
Potentially.
Either way.
I just thought he said that instead of playing with my kids in the woods. Because he's really, the whole point of this set of chapters is to prove what an absentee father he became.
He's a dirtbag.
Well, he's not the worst.
What do you mean he's not the worst? Oh, you're right.
He logically still has principles. He just doesn't have emotions and things to go with him. He's unfeeling. He doesn't have a soul.
Was there the mist before he ever started any of this?
Yes.
It sounded like there wasn't.
No, the mist was there as a protection for their kingdom, to prevent outside influence.
Now I'm lost. I thought what they were just saying was all this stemmed from him making that first deal, and that's why the mist was...
The mist did not used to affect you the way it does now.
Oh, because she's angry. She's mad.
Yeah.
I'll make her mad. Get an axe. Chop everything down.
Well, you can't swim with an axe. Only a sword.
Yeah.
Needs to be a magical axe. Here's the thing. They also didn't exactly bring a bunch of card wielders with them. I think that's the part that really drives me nuts. You collected all of the other cards. We have made use of almost none of the other cards.
Yeah, why not give some to Jesper?
No, that's what I'm saying.
She didn't have any.
Yeah, and then we got well, she's got a dark horse.
Yeah, there was no well card. What is the well one where you can see into the future?
I think the well is the one that you can see your enemies and whatnot. Threats. Maybe not. Yeah, it was the well. Because it's what her Ione's mom used.
What do you think of overall the chapters we went through? I hit a lot of the points that stood out to me.
Oh, dude, it was awesome. I loved Hoth. Not Hoth.
Well, I was going to say, did you get Ione and Hoth mixed up again because of their last names?
No,
Same.
what's Hoth's brother? I got Elm and Hoth turned around. I really loved Elm. I think Elm's a better main character than our main boy is.
I am in shock at how much I agree with you. These last chapters, I'm like, Elm is way better than Raven.
I believe I've been saying that. He is our boy.
He's so gentle. He's so sweet.
Yep. And he's so tall.
He's so tall and probably blonde too.
He's probably blonde, tall guy. Well, he's ginger, but he's got curly ginger hair. He's a shade off, but other than that, he's princely.
When he's like just sitting against her door listening to her cry.
Yeah.
Just to feel the pain with her.
He used the nightmare so that he could experience it with her.
No.
He did.
He shouldn't have done that.
He apologized.
Okay.
Because he cares like that.
Oh, it's going to make me cry. It was so cute.
Yeah, he's incredible.
And then he goes in and then they just cuddle and fall asleep.
Yep.
What?
He plays with her hair until she falls asleep.
That's what you do every night.
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. Hoth is my boy.
It was so
And he's
cute.
tidy, which I like too. He does. He has a clean room. He's tidy. Things are semi-organized. I really like him better.
I do.
He was committed to helping her out. And then when she touched the maiden card, he brings up all the areas in which she returns back to normal. And he just appreciates every one of those features.
It kind of upset me about the maiden card because I'm like, why would this come back if healing works?
I know you were upset by that, but you got to admit the romantic aspect of it.
It was.
Imagine, do you think...
And so he can remember so he can go draw her?
Yeah.
That's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, I know. He's a fucking adorable dude. And the way he asks her to marry him.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
It was so perfect because he's like, you could change all of that if you were the queen. Or basically he's like, you could still be the queen. And she's like, why? And he's like, yeah, be my queen. He's like, I'm not going to pressure you. Now, their sex scene was a little weird. Here's the thing. He is an artist. We kind of got that.
You got that.
He's a wordsmith. He's into all these fun things. He draws. He wordsmiths. He's kind of the whole fucking package. He's irritated that people aren't afraid of him.
Yeah.
But he takes some of that power back when he leaves his dad's office. And his dad's going to use a scythe on him, and he beats him to it, and then he's like, nobody's going to fucking ever do that to me again. Least of all you piece of shit. More or less, I'm paraphrasing.
And he gained confidence when she showed up in the room.
Yeah. He saw her booty, and he was like, I'll fight for that ass. And he did it. I think overall, he's just been amazing. He hasn't led any of the women on.
Yes, he has. He's constantly dancing with them.
No, he has to dance with them. That's his whole thing. He has to. He doesn't speak to them while they're doing it. That's like saying, I go work on somebody's house. I'm not opening a door for them to flirt with me by working on their house.
If you are set up with a contract with another client and you're going and doing estimates for a time period that you know you already have a contract for, when the whole time you could just go up to him and say, I already have a contract for that time period.
You can't, because you can't give away that you have the contract for that time period, or somebody else will change which job your contract was for.
What is the difference between him bringing up the marriage contract? It's probably waiting for her to say yes, and she wasn't ready.
Also, he gives her the option, and he doesn't leave his dad with any other options this way. His dad had already signed it, so he's waiting for his dad to see who it is at the dinner where it becomes official, and he announces it.
Well, and they still haven't announced it yet.
That's what I'm saying. His dad doesn't know who it is yet. His dad's not even allowed to know until it's going to be absolutely official, set in stone, no pun intended.
All right. Waiting was fine. It
Yeah,
was
I think it's
fine.
great. The dancing, like I said, he's keeping his hands, like on their shoulders.
Yes, it was very specific.
Yeah,
It was
he's being
high on her
sweet.
back.
Yep, high up on her back. He's not looking for any, reach around nonsense. That's not what that means. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not trying to jack anybody off. He's doing a great job. I think he is not perfect, but he's the closest thing we've actually had to a perfect male character.
One of my favorites so far.
And again, it's a little odd how fast he develops feelings for her, but then as it is explained that he has had these feelings and he has been struggling with himself leading up to it. And it is such a nice, slow progression of him feeling comfortable with her.
Maybe that's a problem with these types of books have to have some level of spice in book one so quickly that the author kind of sacrificed Elspeth and Raven by choosing that couple to be the main one and building up these two across two books.
Make your side characters, the ones that are already established, give your sexy stuff to them to start with, and then make that aspirational for your primary people.
Maybe.
Would the book read differently to you?
I don't know.
Let's say
I'm not that experienced
Raven
with
and
these books.
I'm not that experienced at having sex. And I've heard of it though. I saw a video on the internet once. It was crazy. First, she eats some poop in a cup.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, it's not how everybody starts? Weird. Oh, we grew up at a weird time. Anyway, no, I'm just saying if hypothetically this book had started with Raven and Elspeth being a couple, this power couple, they're out doing things, and then our romance plot, they were doing all the things that they were doing. Maybe they're working through something if you want to build some suspense. It doesn't matter. But they have an established relationship before this book starts. And then our romance comes in on Elm and Ione.
I think this was done well.
Well,
I like Raven and Elspeth. I think that we're running out of time for us to get this
satisfying
intimacy, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It seems like because they're so far apart for so long.
This is what I was going to bring up. If we believe Raven and Elspeth are truly in love, let's say the Nightmare's eyes, let's say they switch bodies.
Okay.
The Nightmare and Elspeth. The body changes. Now he's a tall knight in golden armor, but his eyes look like Elspeth's eyes. And he decides he's no longer attracted to Elspeth. Do we think that he was truly in love with her or not?
Wait, just because of her eyes?
No, I'm saying if now they have the Shepherd King's body, but Elspeth is the primary personality in that body.
I'm got another question on this based off of Ione's little prophet thing.
Uh-huh. The prophet card.
There we go.
That's the one,
card.
not the well.
She sees the Golden Knight who hands her the twin alders.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he get the body? Is this a zombie thing? I made a joke about this and I was like, there's no way there's going to be zombies.
So what I would say is, remember the prophet is not to be taken literally.
Ooh, interesting. I'm curious to see how it plays out then.
Well, but wouldn't it be cool if he did get his body back? Then Raven's like looking up into his eyes. He's like, Elspeth, I've missed you.
That would be the yellow eyes.
No, it would be if Elspeth's... It's just the reverse situation of what they have going on right now.
Oh, Elspeth's soul is inside.
Correct.
Golden
Yes,
Knight?
she's the primary person in the body of the Golden Knight.
I think he would probably be working really hard to figure out how to unfreaky Friday this situation.
All I'm saying is he would no longer commit his life to her.
Why
He
do
would
you
not
do
accept
this?
one blowjob from her, therefore it's not love.
Why do you do this?
Why do I do what?
I don't know. Make up a scenario that's just not fair.
All I'm saying is Elm went from having an ethereal beauty to a regular woman and found ways to love the body that she actually possesses.
Is this all just to lift up Elm some more?
Yeah, I'm not shooting Raven down. I'm just pointing out that what he feels is not love.
Oh, I think so.
I don't know. If you were a 7 foot tall, let's say you and Shaq switch bodies, I'm going to have to learn how to blow Shaq. That's all I'm saying.
But I do think the love between Elm and Ione is deeper.
It's more earned.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that's the thing that always throws me off in these is Elspeth and Raven do not feel like there's any earned relationship stuff here.
And their confessions are kind of forced, as after Ione and Elm have sex, he's just like, all right, let's dive in.
All the cards are on the table. I know what your vagina feels like.
Let's talk about my dead mom.
Exactly. Oh, God, I wish I could get her horny. Well, I don't really know how to do that. So, you want to talk about dead moms?
On this topic, not dead moms, but the topic of Elm and confessing and talking about it, he was not touched as a child like you thought last episode. He was just beaten. Yes.
Was he?
Yes. When they found the maiden card, she pulled it out of a thing and it had all of these weapons that were used against him.
The whip. Okay.
Overall,
it doesn't say he wasn't assaulted. That's all I'm saying.
He was assaulted, just not the way that you nearly had me convinced.
First
in
of
the
all,
last
I
episode.
did have you convinced.
You did by the end.
I knew.
And I was so sad. And I'm still sad, but I was like, wow, what a heavy topic for a book. We need to get into our sections, or we need to get into our chapters.
Yeah.
Chapter 26 is Elspeth's POV. She found out about her hair because it was her coming forward into the main brain area, and she sees a reflection. She's like, what the fuck did you do?
So I think I've got a little bit of a plot hole here.
Oh no, why?
He can fucking shapeshift her body.
Right? He could have shapeshifted her hair.
He could have done something else.
He could just not
I can develop claws, but I cannot cut this hair. Like, there was limitations somehow?
Oh, yeah, because I think when he goes into beast mode, he turns into the figure that's on the card. Why not just always walk around like that?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Instead, he's like a 5'2" girl with a buzz cut trying to be intimidating.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be... Okay, so have you seen G.I. Jane?
Yes.
Okay, so we all remember Will Smith's wife. Fuck you, Jada Smith. That was just a quick joke at Jada Smith, because I'm not famous enough for Will Smith to come hit me. But that's what I'm imagining, is a G.I. Jane haircut.
And
just
he's dirty on purpose, but now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't even think about
he could have shapeshifted.
He could have this whole time.
I was like, the fuck are we doing?
Because he's getting annoyed with Raven looking at him with these like puppy eyes and feeling sad, and he's like, well, you know what's going to make you stop? If I don't wash my ass and I shave my head.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. You're right.
But then he finally lets Raven in. And as Raven's talking with her, they get ambushed by Destriers. I think those are the ones that escaped earlier, and he came back with more.
I thought they got ambushed by the people that kidnapped them.
They get ambushed a few times. This one is ambushed by Destriers.
Oh, okay.
Chapter 27, Elm missed the first dinner of their little 6 nights of finding you a woman.
Bachelorette. Nobody got a rose. Everybody's pissed.
The king is drunk. Elm went to Castle U the night before to give them the marriage contract. That's when he met aunt and uncle, and he's like, here, guard this with your life. And they're like, okay. And he misses them, misses the castle. Go back to Stone. Lyndon caught Ione, and Elm forces him to leave. And then there's flirty banter, and Ione makes a cum joke. Damn it, I knew this was a good joke, and I didn't write it down. Damn it.
Basically, from what I can remember, he said something about inside of you or something like that. And she's like, is that all you want to put inside of me? Something of that nature. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought she was really funny.
They're pretty brazen with it.
Yeah, they're very forward. And just very flirty. This entire book. This is a very flirtatious
To be
couple.
fair, can you imagine how blue her ovaries are?
Yeah.
She showed up horny for a prince that turned out to be a dirtbag.
Oh.
And now she gets one that's horny for her, and he's not a dirtbag. And then they were about to fuck, and then they were interrupted.
Right.
And then he's, of course, horned up for her, enough to where
All
he's
the
turning
time.
horses into Ione. Again, I want to see this fucking drawing in a way that you don't make this upsetting. Like, is she just some sort of, like, really sexy centaur?
No, he started a new drawing.
Oh, I really thought he was in the middle of drawing a horse, and then he's just like, well, and somebody's like, that horse looks really familiar. It's like this curly blonde mane.
And chapter 27 ends with him helping her search for her cardigan.
For her cardigan.
A cardigan.
She was cold, nipping. And he's like, we better cover them tatties up.
Yeah, that's not what he's about. Chapter
He's just
28.
using his hands. We gotta find you the right cardigan. Until then, my hands will remain right here. Wink, wink.
It's Elspeth's POV again. She, in the nightmare memory, it's one of those moments where she is viewing his memory.
What's the nightmare's name again?
I just remember Taxus. I don't remember the whole thing.
His name is Percy Taxus, the magic thief.
No, it's something that's like 4 names.
No, it's Percival Archibald Taxus or something like that.
Percival, Taxable, Archibald.
Yeah, he's got a pile of them.
And this is a memory where he's talking to the trees about degeneration as the consequence for the magic. They tell him to sacrifice his blood on the stone. And this is the stone. Wait, there's so many stones. I wish I knew the difference. Is this the stone that he hides things in, or is this the stone that he sacrifices things on?
No, I think this is a sacrifice stone. The stone that he hides things in is the one that What's-His-Face found. They didn't have to swim across a river to get to that.
And he wants a way to prevent degeneration, so he barters a black horse for strength.
Oh my God, you're 1,000% right.
It is the same one, right?
Yes. Yes, that is why those cards were there, I believe.
Then there's a memory of giving one of the Black Knight cards to a guard, who he then made captain, who was into his sister, and that was Brutus Rowan.
Yeah, what a clever name to come up with for an asshole. Brutus?
But I also think from Brutus's point of view, to see your brother-in-law do all of this and kill your wife?
Well, they were friends before this time. But Brutus became an asshole before his wife was killed.
Yeah, exactly, with like the scythe and whatnot and how he was using it. But really, the judgment coming from the nightmare to him was... I didn't really think... I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking. It didn't seem like he had a leg to stand on to judge him.
Well, yes.
He's not killing people, so I guess he has that. And he keeps saying that he's doing all these barters for the good of the people, but he's just giving everything and all the way to the point of killing his sister.
Well, again, he didn't kill his sister. He sacrificed her.
There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, killing people's for no purpose. Sacrifice, there's lots of rituals in this world. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. No.
You just say shit as I turn and start reading. The amount of times that you say things and then I catch it later.
I was hoping you missed some of them.
Then it's a memory of his children. Oh, and I have this note. He only smiles when he's using the cards. I think he's talking to Tilly or something. And they're just talking, and he then talks about how he touches the cards and that's what makes him smile. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You shitty dad?
Yeah. He's an awful father. Tilly's been far too patient. I am so excited to hear about his son, though, with the gray eyes. What's his name again?
Yes, Bennett. And it's funny you say that because only Bennett and Tilly were blessed. And he created a card to counter Tilly's degeneration. Tilly was blessed with healing, but yet it was taking away from her. So then he creates the maiden card.
She basically became the maiden.
Yes.
Or the maiden card is based off of her power.
And Bennett was gifted with the inability to use cards.
No.
Each year.
Yeah, he loses them just like Raven does. But also his natural power state is the antithesis of the Shepherd King's.
Yeah, and I think
he is diametrically opposed.
For balance.
Yeah, isn't it? But it's such a cool thing because when they talk about it later, he's like, if you wanted to, he's like, you could completely reverse all of this and fuck up my life's work if you felt that way. And it sounds like I do feel that way a lot of times.
How would he reverse any of it? If it's like Ravens...
Well, so this is when they're having the argument about if degeneration is real later on. We'll get to it later. I will remember this because anytime Bennett comes up, it's a good time.
And I find even the making of the scythe is fucked up because there's no way it could ever be for good.
He gave his sleep? Or you're saying the ability to control people is a problem?
Yeah, the motivation to create the scythe even was wrong. He was like, I want to do it to save the people, so I need to make them listen, or something like that.
Well, so I think it was to prevent them from going into the woods and getting infected and all this other nonsense.
Yeah, and he gave up his sleep for it. Why isn't he dead like a few days later if you give up your sleep?
Again, what is his power? His power seems to kind of be eternal life. Because his soul, well, trapped in this card, all these other parts of him lived on without this. He gave his skin, he gave everything. He's a shell, literally and figuratively, of a person by the time he has all these cards.
And then chapter 28 ends with him bartering his soul to read the captain's mind.
Yeah, pretty fucking cool. And even the trees kind of warn him about that. They're like, nah, you don't really want that. He's like, yeah, I think I do want that. It's a Dewey Cox situation. They're like, you don't want any part of this, Dewey. He's like, I think I kind of do want to try some of that cocaine.
I'm struggling to tease apart what you have said and what was said in the book.
Well, you should just go with what was said in the book.
Well,
what I'm saying is probably super wrong.
No, it's completely wrong, but there was a moment where the nightmare was offered a card. And he's like, no, I can't touch that card because Elspeth's power is to absorb the cards, right?
Yes.
Was there some comment about... No, that was you. That's you stuff.
What's
about
up?
The idea of her absorbing something and choking and dying. Absorbing hair. What? No, that's something.
No, hold on. No, that is something he said.
It was. Okay,
yes.
What was it? What did he say?
So if she would have touched, I can't remember which card he gave his hair for, but Peter knows. That's the important thing.
Okay.
Peter's one's like, he gave his hair for it, and Raven's like, oh, so if she would have touched that card, she would have just got your hair? He's like, yep, long, black, luscious hair, or something like that. And she probably would have choked on it.
Okay, in my memory of this, I'm like, that sounds like some shit Ryan would say. Why do I think the nightmare said this other than I was just listening to you tell a story about the nightmare and you going on some tangent? No, it was him.
Yeah, I don't want to be a shitbird, but I might be the nightmare of this story. I like to rhyme.
Because felt like she was a little too confident with her ability to absorb card. To absorb card. Absorb card.
She absorbed card.
And then he's just like, no, we're definitely not fucking around with that. And especially when you know that he gave up a horse, what does it mean to absorb a black horse?
Well, wait, is that what he gave up?
To get the black horse card? Yeah.
All he had to do was sacrifice a pony?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he calls them ponies. It's
he called
funny.
them ponies, and then what's his name was just like the Destriers.
Brutus is like Destriers, and he's like, well, that's a fucking dumb name. And he's like, you named him. And he goes through his journal because he also doesn't have a memory anymore because he gave up fucking everything. He's like, I'm going through here, and it doesn't say anything about Destrier, so I think you fucking named him.
That was such an odd scene. Did he name him? Do you think so?
I don't know, man. We haven't heard enough about Brutus to know Brutus would ever come up with the term Destrier. So I don't know. What I would say is at this point, Taxus is specifically antagonistic. He fucking hates that guy. And they were buddies.
They were. Well, I think his sister was trying really hard to make things work between all of them.
Well, yeah, they're trying to raise his children because his poor wife is dead.
Oh my God, that's right. She died young, didn't she?
Yes, in childbirth, I think. Maybe not in childbirth, but shortly thereafter, she contracted the...
Why did she die?
She got the fucking fever. This is what encourages him to start getting the cards, is people are going into the mist, getting the sickness, and dying, and one of those people was his wife.
What? So they are raising his children. Oh my God, it was so cute when his sister and Tilly showed up. And they were like,
she's like, go ahead and ask him. And then he's still like, nope, that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
What is that? Oh my God, I love him. I think his name is Devin or something on TikTok. It starts off with him looking in the mirror, rehearsing how to ask his dad to play football with him. He just like, hey Dad, you want to play football? That wasn't right. Let me try again. Hey Dad, do you want to play football? Let's try again. And then he finally gets the courage to go do it. And then he gets ready to knock on the door, but the door's already slightly open. And he peeks inside and he sees his dad. It's
practicing in the mirror.
How to tell
no.
To tell his son no. No, son, I can't today. Oh, that's not right. Let me try again. No, son, I can't today.
Yeah, it's shitty. I think all of these dads, honestly, here's what kills me. Even in a fantasy book, we don't have one really great father.
Wait. Oh, no.
If you're about to come at me and say the U's, boy, do I have a fucking response to that. He has 2 infected children, a daughter, and a son who he allows to work under this king, who he knows will fucking murder one of your children. The second one we know he doesn't like, and he's your wife's brother. It's a parallel story to the Shepherd King.
There are no good dads?
Not one. There's one that, again, the you dad is the closest thing we get to a passable father.
No.
Okay, I'll wait.
Oh no, I can't think of one in any of the books we've read. Oh no, it's a trope.
It turns out every one of these people has daddy issues.
And mom issues. Are there good moms?
Yes, the
Lots of
aunts.
good moms.
Yeah, the aunts, for the most part, aunts are great. The moms are also good, but they seem to die.
They die.
Now, stepmoms, if Cinderella taught us anything, they're always terrible.
Wait a minute. Where the hell is the shitty stepmom in this?
She's hiding with the girls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. With the aunt?
Perhaps. She seems like a nice enough lady. She would shield them from this nonsense.
She would. She would be hiding. Where are we? Chapter 29. We're back to Raven and the crew. They were captured by the 2 infected women. One is an alchemist.
They were captured by a fleet of them.
Yeah, but then we got
But the primary 2.
Exactly. One's an alchemist, and the other can see through crow eyes.
The aunt is not there, I lied. Or the stepmom is not there, because the aunt is there.
Exactly. Where is the stepmom?
No idea. Maybe she was killed.
Husband is in jail down there with uncle.
Maybe she's also in jail. This could totally
Where
be.
are the twins?
Also in jail. Tinier shackles. Take up
Where
less
are
room.
these people?
Yeah, I tell you what, we got a 3 bunker down there and we got 4 of them. Yeah, but the twins are small. They'll be fine.
Time I thought that the stepmom was going to chop down that tree.
You thought she was going to George Washington that fucking cherry tree?
The one that is Elspeth's bio mom.
What's her namesake again? What's her name? Spindle.
Spindle.
It's a
the
spindle
tree?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a different tree that her mom planted before she died.
Maybe.
Either way, really cool gift. Can see through crow eyes. I have the note, I think they like Jesper. Then I have the note, I think they killed Peter. Same guy who almost died earlier, LOL. This is where the children go. And then here soon I have, nope, Peter is still alive. But anyways, maybe they don't have a thing for Jesper. They turned them on each other. Raven killed the Destrier. That is where the aunt and the nephews are hiding. And the nightmare kicked ass and they left.
I think you summarized it pretty well. One lady blows smoke that makes him angry.
Yep.
In this.
That's the alchemist.
Yeah. I think that's a really neat power. Here's what kind of kills me. You have all these people with all these sweet superpowers that they've really honed at this point that are different than what the Nightmare card or what the Providence cards do. Why the fuck haven't this band of people with useful skill sets gone into society again and kind of reclaimed what's theirs?
I think they have great skills, but not enough to overpower the night cards or the black horse cards.
Really? Because we have destriers and shit right there. They fucking got them with arrows. Like 3 out of the 4 out of the 5 people they captured were destriers. There are 11 or 12 destriers.
Okay.
That's almost half of them.
All right. They did a good
That's
job.
That's 1/3 of the
them.
total amount of destriers.
Into chapter 30, we're back with Elm and Ione. I have in the catacombs of stone. Did you catch this? Why are you staring at me
I'm
like
trying to figure out what the question is. What's happening? What are you talking about?
Are there catacombs under...
Yeah, that's where they snuck into the entrance in the first book.
All right. Yeah, all
We're
right.
in the catacombs.
A lot of horny flirting. They talked about if she'll be able to deal with her choices without the maiden card. I don't remember what choices she made.
Well, she fucking killed those ruffians on the road.
Ooh.
The highwaymen.
Yes. They found a box of cards, touched someone else's maiden.
Just some random lady just got ugly.
That's what I thought.
It cracks me up so much. There's just some poor woman sitting up there at court having a fun conversation. Like, excuse me, Karen, your face is melting. That'd be so funny.
What if it's some woman who's known about this gift? She has it locked away, obviously, in the catacombs forever, and she actually has eternal life, and you just killed her because she's now 200 years old.
Very funny to me. Honestly, hilarious. She just got out of a doctor. They're like, wow, you're in perfect health. She leaves and immediately is just ridden with cancer.
Why would you ever go to the doctor if you had the maiden card?
Well, just an annual checkup.
Just to brag?
I went to the doctor like 4 or 5 months ago because you were like, you got to go. And they just told me how amazing I was.
Yeah, I also went to the doctor and they didn't tell me I was dehydrated like you thought I was.
They didn't feel the need to. They looked at your work and they're like, God damn, she could drink a pile of water, but we're really tired of telling women they gotta. Was the doctor a man or a woman?
A woman.
That's why she didn't tell you need to drink water. Just joking. That's a little joke, ladies. Men, if you're listening, we can quit telling women to drink more water. They know. They've heard it, and they're not going to listen.
Yeah, because there really was dehydration.
Well, no, you have other issues.
I had other issues caused by dehydration.
I do think it's a bit of a cascading effect.
They talked about how they wish they finished what they started. Oh, yeah, they're just constantly flirting this whole time and just getting nothing done.
Do you think, like, there's music there?
No.
Okay.
But I was just thinking about how this is their little side adventure, and Raven, Elspeth, all of them are, like, fighting for their lives. And while Ione is learning about Elm, and she's just like, wow, you're trying to collect all of the cards. He's like, yeah, I am. And he's just sitting in the fucking castle.
Well,
Everybody
now,
else is doing the hard part.
Well, no, to be fair, before this, he was like a key strategist in this whole operation, and he was the one without. That's a lie. Jesper was the most brave of the bunch. Jesper only has a black horse card or a dark horse card, whatever it is. And I think that may be the only card Jesper routinely had use of.
Yeah.
Then we got Elm. All Elm routinely had use of is a scythe card. Then we got Raven, who Raven has use of several cards, and also the rest of the ones he's not carrying are pretty much unable to affect him. Raven's the least brave of the bunch. And also he's afraid to let people see him cry. Oh, what an unendearing part of this book.
What are you talking about? What?
Do you remember this?
No.
Where he's like, don't look at me.
What?
Yeah, so after they decided they were going to leave the
Oh my
angry
God, after
lesbians,
he got his nose fixed?
yes, he got to fix his nose. He's like, don't look at me. And everyone's like, it's okay to cry. And he's like, no, it's not. I'm a big, strong man. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, how is this a functional human being?
I think it just shows how much better Elm is, because I'm pretty sure Elm openly and comfortably cried in front of Ione.
I'm pretty sure we've seen children openly weep. Everybody's better than Raven. Raven is the least likable character.
No,
here's the thing. I'm with you on the fact that I like Raven. I know I've come off really shitty to Raven in most of these episodes, this one included. I do prefer Raven to so many of the other male protagonists that we've had. But this is probably the second moment in this book alone that I've been like, motherfucker, he's not a likable character.
I can see where you don't like him. Especially compared to Elm, with how sweet and open and endearing he is. But he also isn't being faced with the same challenges that Raven is.
What? We just went over how his brother assaulted him.
I was mentioning, like, current situations.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unrequited love?
All right, fine.
No.
I'm not going to win.
His girlfriend got her brain taken over by another being who is on a mission to bring her back with you. Like, yeah, I get it. It's a little tough because you got a blowjob once and now you're in love. You're just waiting for the next one. I get it.
No.
But you got to bear with me. The idea that you have a functioning adult man who is this infested with toxic masculinity just floors me. I'm like, this is a goddamn fantasy book. He didn't have to be this way. And what are they going to do now? Now that they've had their Sesame Street moment with him, he's going to start weeping in front of them all the time? No. He's still going to be the same dude he was before, where he's like, oh, crying is weakness. Well, what about all these moments where other people have come to you in sensitive moments? I'm saying this as somebody who also really does not enjoy crying. But it happens, and it's not like, look away. I don't know. I just see it as literally telling them to look away was the funniest, dumbest shit for me.
This. Oh my God.
They made a big deal out of it.
You're right.
In the nightmare, it's just like, the fuck is he doing? And Jesper's like, he doesn't want us to know that he has emotions.
And then I think he just rollovers, covers up, and goes to sleep, I think.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure he let him see a tear, so he's like, see, it's no big deal, guys. And then he rolled over. But still, I was like, this motherfucker. Like, why? Why does he have to be such a piece of shit?
All right, fine. You kind of went on that one. I'll give you that one.
A blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
We're still in chapter 30. Ione used a prophet card to see memories. No, I wrote that poorly. Ione uses a prophet card, and she sees a funeral in the nightmare as the Golden Knight, who hands her 3 cards. In the Twin Alders is included. I think it was the Scythe, the Maiden, and twin alders.
Yeah, which is indicative of the twin alders being the card they're all out there looking for on this mission, the scythe being Elm, and the maiden being Ione.
Chapter 31, we see aspen trees. You can tell by the way that it is.
Really? I fucking love that.
The aspen trees point to the alder wood, I think it's called. And this is when I found out Peter's not dead. Wrong guy. I think it was Peter's brother that died back at the other
Greg or something.
Yeah. Nightmare won't touch the cards, and they're going to stay the night. Nightmare offers Raven to talk to Elspeth while he fixes his nose. He has trembling hands. We've already gone over.
He's like, I don't want to talk to her. She can't see me, right?
And the Nightmare reflected on a memory of his sister. Like, he starts talking a little bit of, like, me and my sister were also close. Before Raven could ask anything more, he just kind of was like, well, anyways.
He's been divulging a lot about him and his sister in these chapters, I might add. She comes up a lot. Their relationship seems so weird to me.
Him and his sister?
Yes.
Why?
So I have sisters. I have one that I'm very, very close to. Well, at least in my mind, we're close. Yeah. I don't think I would bring her up as often. Like, we've heard about his wife a couple times.
You're right. We hear more about
He never brings up his wife or children. He only brings up his sister.
I think it was because he knew that someone's gotta die, and he's thinking about the last time he was in this place. He was there with his sister.
Oh, good job. No, you're right, because Raven's about to say goodbye to his sister.
Exactly.
God damn, no, good job. I didn't pick up on any of that. At first, I was just like, you're pretty fucking obsessed with her.
No, I saw it as the last time he's done this path was with his sister.
You're so right.
And then he sees Jesper tooling along, and he sees his sister in her. Literally, even, I think. Like, he's having...
Well, not literally in her.
No. He sees hallucinations of his sister as Jesper.
Yeah. Yes.
Chapter 32. We're back.
I don't want to walk away from that quite yet. That's a good catch, Adri.
No,
you fucking... No. I'm being completely honest.
What is there to say about that night?
About what night?
The night that they stayed the night in front of the alderwood trees.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And the fixing the broken nose.
No, yeah, we went through that. Before we leave, I just want to make sure I'm giving you all due credit. I really thought he was being a weirdo about his sister.
Oh, and really?
Well, not like a sexual weirdo, just a little too fucking attached.
Oh.
And then I'm like, well,
he killed his sister. He didn't kill his wife.
Yeah, but I'm starting to think he would have.
Yeah, I think.
However, I would say that your observation of it being a parallel situation was awesome. I fucking missed that.
Oh, wow. Really? That one seems so obvious that I just knew you knew this.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. As I misread this whole thing, I was so wrong, and never once did that occur to me. That changes the lens through which later on, when he mentions his sister again, I was going to make a joke about him being a fucking weirdo.
Oh, because, yeah, I think he sees Raven trying to save his sister, and part of his motivation to help Raven is because he doesn't want the same thing to happen to Raven that happened to him.
Yeah, and I mean, he brings up his sister like 2 or 3 separate points here in these chapters. He's like, it starts off with like, I once had a sister, and then it's like, my sister did this, my sister did that. And you're like, okay, that's a fucking lot of mentioning your sister, buddy.
The mother of his children.
Well, no. Whoa. No, I wanted to make sure that you got all the credit you deserved on that one.
Thank you. I'll be sure to start the episode with that.
Adri, you're so right.
Oh, my. Chapter 32, we're back to Elm. He's at a party, and he finds Ione, and her gown doesn't fit because the king chose it for her.
He's really pissed off about her outfits in this. He's like, my fucking dad keeps putting you in things that make it hard for me to see your bod.
Well, it seems like they all have, like, chokers on them or, like, high neck
They do. They
dresses.
Make it seem as though she's wearing a leash or a collar.
Yeah, and they're all too big,
Yeah, they're
oversized.
not fitted. So she looks frumpy in them, and he's like, this is bullshit. I want to see your rockin' bod.
And I think the color choice for the theme, hers was burgundy based off of the Nightmare card.
Well, everybody thought that his was black based off of the horse.
And
she's like, no, he just likes black. He's just a really big Johnny Cash fan. I say this as a man that wears almost exclusively black.
I was going to say, you wear a black shirt every single day.
Every single day.
But it's super cute because he notices this and all, and he goes one night and just grabs and he goes and
The
grabs all
hand
of her.
motions you're making make it seem like he goes and he grabs her ass and scoops it.
No,
He grabs a handful of Ione.
he grabs all of her dresses from home and he brings them back.
Yeah, it's really sweet of him.
It's really romantic.
Yeah, no, he's a great dude. I feel like I can't sell this enough.
He wins. I'm gonna do a poll in the book club to see if we're
Ione's gonna do
oddballs
a
out
poll.
or if others agree with us.
If you disagree with us, you're wrong.
No. So he sees her in the unfit dress. Then they go out to the garden. Elm gives her the scythe to try to find I think he gives it to her because she's like, I don't know, maybe it'll help me find it.
It's like drunken recall.
Exactly. And then she tries using it. It doesn't work, whatever.
Well, it kind of works, right? Because she's like, there's rocks. And there's a crack.
That's all that she remembers. She's been saying this whole time.
And he's like, holy fuck, I know where there's cracked rocks.
No, he doesn't.
Kind of.
What are you talking about?
Well, isn't that when he goes to the statue?
No, he was just like, if I was an asshole like my brother, I'd probably hide it over there.
No, I thought he recognized the cracked rocks. He's like,
He does when he uses the nightmare card later, and he sees the memories, literally sees them.
Yep, you're right. Good job. You're correct.
So he goes out there, he swims in 10 strokes, mind you, shirtless.
You know what? If I know one thing, but here's the cool part. He does throw a little bit of riz at her. Because she's like, the fuck, when he takes off his shirt and he's about to jump and he's like, I'm so sorry, that was rude. I should have asked if you wanted to take off my shirt.
I thought that was adorable.
I know, I agree.
And he
I was
dives
that was
in.
a good moment. I was like, man, that was a good line.
And he's like, all right, got to make this look good. And he's just got to do these big strokes. He gets out there. I don't quite understand what's going on. He's like searching the statue. He's looking around. He doesn't find it and he punches it.
Yeah, he kind of smacks it in frustration. But
And it falls on him?
Yeah, well, it was brittle. And evidently where everything was cracked, he was talking about how he was trying to feel around in those cracks and see if there's a maiden card, and there wasn't anything. Well, he didn't smack it toward the crack. He smacked it away from the crack, and then the whole thing was like, it came down on him, and then he nearly drowned. And Ione's like, I saved you again, Prince.
She did.
She did. I know. And he's like, yeah, well, I was just waiting for those flotation devices to come my way.
I think I'm also a little confused because the charms work so well. They work great and quickly that I'm surprised the mist is as big of a problem as it is.
I would agree it does seem like an easily defeatable problem. Other than I believe it becomes unnavigable at a certain point.
Right. I don't think they can leave the area.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of more of the issue. People that get infected, like there's any number of things that could happen, right? You leave the house without your debit card occasionally.
I guess. But I feel like it would be a part of your culture to always have that on you.
Most of us always have a debit card or a wallet on us.
Well,
culturally,
some of us don't.
I have a wedding ring with me everywhere I go. Culturally, some of us have that.
Some of us
It's what I used to ward off the bitches. No, I'm just teasing. Oh, I can't go out into the world without this. This prevents them from coming near me.
I'm a married man, ladies.
Ladies, please.
Just to clarify, I do have a wedding ring. I don't wear it because it was too big.
Do you know where it's at?
Yeah, it's in the truck with father-in-law. Did you take it out?
It's in the truck?
Yeah, it's in the black truck that we just sold.
Also, where do you think... Oh, father-in-law, you were saying... I understand.
Yeah.
I was like, no, my dad's over in the bathroom.
No, father-in-law.
Well, that would be your father-in-law.
True. You're right. I misunderstood.
You're fine.
I don't know where it's at. You should probably find that.
I know where it is.
All right.
You're okay.
Good. Should probably turn that into a necklace or something.
Or just, honestly, we can just find somebody and you can give it to them. It's not going to hurt my feelings.
No.
Will you marry me? Just find a lesbian with bigger fingers than you.
One size, or like a half size.
Yeah, just a half size bigger. Honestly, what's going to make this really funny to me would be, not funny, haha, but if you got rid of me and you were like, just looking for a woman, size 7 ring.
I don't know how to transition into our chapters.
Culturally, it would be a big deal if you left the house without your charm. But clearly some people it happens to.
I'm realizing that I would be dead.
Well, no, you would live in the forest with the other lesbians. You would have been recruited. You'd have been a magical lesbian.
I would have been taken to the Valley of Bodies. I would have ran to that.
Why?
Because I don't have a charm. I would have forgot it that morning and be like, no, it's totally fine. It's in my purse. Nope. Turns out it's not.
Yeah, but then the Lady of the Mist, the Lady of the Wood, Spirit of the Wood.
Spirit of the Wood.
There we go. I was like, I've got to get there eventually. The Spirit of the Wood would have guided you toward your lesbian habitat.
I would hope so, but I don't think that would have.
You would have been worthy.
The only people that were getting into that were people dropped off by the highwaymen.
Well, yeah, okay.
Highwaymen.
All right. If that's what we're going to call it. We kind of glossed over the fact that her aunt was in that camp and the whole reason that they didn't get murdered.
Yeah.
She bought him enough time for the nightmare to... Well, actually, Raven. Raven's the guy that actually cut through the rope or whatever, right?
Raven is the one who killed the Destrier, and that was all that they really required of that event, was one had to die.
Yeah, but the other guy had a knife in his boot, and he was able to get that knife to Raven, I believe. And then Raven was able to cut himself loose. The Nightmare was able to cut himself loose because he can shapeshift.
I thought the Nightmare kind of hulked out.
Oh, maybe. You're probably right.
And that's
he was there by choice the whole time.
And they left the camp.
Yeah, what a dick move. I wonder if there were any consequences for her aunt.
I don't know. Her aunt sounds lovely. I'm sure her aunt's doing great.
Okay, I hope so. I think maybe she rules that place. She's going to be queen of the broken one.
I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have a husband anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, he still exists, but he shouldn't.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe we get him infected and he's the one that gives his blood for the Twin Alders card.
Perfect.
Make him a hero.
Chapter 33, we have a memory after the Nightmare gave up his soul. And that's when he said no to going swinging with Tilly at the yew tree.
Yeah, it's horseshit.
Yeah, he had no soul.
Yeah, he's like surprisingly simple when you don't have a soul to say no to your kids.
This is my favorite book when it comes to describing what it means to lose your soul and the experience of it, because it talks about
it's finally making things connect.
I love it. I love
I'm
it
glad.
because you can interact. We interacted with the soul with Elspeth, but we also see the body without it also, and being a dirtbag.
Yeah, I agree. Also, this is a great book if you're into the absentee father thing and it kind of examining that, but at a friendly pace. Because they keep going over, they're like, man, this Nightmare dude's a monster. They're like, and then once in a while, you're like, oh, fuck, that's the Shepherd King.
Yeah, they're like two different people.
Yeah, it's really
the Nightmare that we've gotten to know with Elspeth does not seem like the man who would continue to barter until he gave up his soul.
Yeah, weirdly enough, the Nightmare is a better person than Taxus.
The Nightmare was the part of him that kept him grounded, I guess, and then he gave it up.
To whatever extent that's available.
And that is what having a soul is all about.
Yep, that's what I have to say about it.
Anyways, he's a shitty dad.
Yep.
He demands the tree gives him a card to speak to the spirit of the wood directly at any cost to remove the mist. This consequence does not seem near as bad as the one just before. In order to get the Nightmare card, he gives up his soul, but then like the next card, which is supposed to be the ultimate sacrifice, which was the inability to use the cards, but everybody else can still use them, just not you.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be a personal price. He had given up all of his stuff. It ended up being for naught.
I thought it was going to be he dies. And I was like, you're dead now. You got the card. It's on your dead body.
Yeah, okay, but you're a soulless dude. Is death that big of a deal to you?
But then he's walking around with the Twin Alders card. He's talking to Brutus. He's talking to other people. Any of those other people could use that card to do the mission that he wanted done.
Would they? Is the question. Do you trust them with that? Because they can either make the situation better or worse.
I don't know. But the card we've never seen the card used. Even when he went with his sister. Why didn't we test the card out with your sister? And let her talk straight to the Spirit of the Wood. Instead, we killed her.
I don't know. I know there's a cost to using the cards also, right?
Right, the degeneration. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's pretty risky to give to your sister. Give it to Brutus.
Yeah, but
No, I don't
again, if
trust him.
this is the moment. That's what I'm saying is, honestly, who do you give it to? You
The
give it to your
staple
fucking
won't.
son.
Oh,
First of all, give it to the guy that's got the opposing power to you and be like, hey, man, you do it this way you think we should do.
he has the card, but he can't use it. And then he has a fight between him and Brutus, like arguing back and forth. And then we already kind of talked about that a little bit, that Brutus is using the scythe to kill people. He says it's for the greater good. He's like, dude, you're like punishing people by making them walk out there. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And Eris went with the nightmare to go barter again with the spirit of the wood. Did his sister die from the mist? Oh my, yeah, at this point, that's what I was questioning. Yeah, all that ended up being true. Chapter 34, Ione and Elm were brought to Hoth. She gave him confidence by coming into the room, even though she didn't want to, and being near Hoth, which was heartbreaking. And now we know why she didn't even want to be near him. Like, I knew she had problems, but I didn't know he, like, murdered her. I also think that it was in this
What do you
moment.
mean he murdered her?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Hoth murdered Ione.
I fucking missed this?
What?
Can you please explain more?
You're gonna have to wait until we get to like chapter 36.
This may be a moment where our daughter kept walking in the room and I kept having to take out my headphones. God damn it.
Hoth murdered Ione after the poison drinks, the game that they played.
Yes.
Because she remembers stepping over the bloody vomit or whatever, and Hoth takes her up to the room. This is like in a couple chapters. Takes her up to the room, and she's begging him some more to get her maiden card back. And how are we getting this memory? Because Elm is using the nightmare card to see where the maiden card is. And then he's like, all right, I know where it's at. And she's like, no, stay. I want to show you more memories. And this is what it is.
This is what I was thinking was happening earlier, actually.
Okay. So the memory continues on. She's begging for the maiden card and says, if you give it to me, I will use it whenever I'm around you. I promise. She's like, I want out of this contract. He's like, all right, I'll get you out of this contract, and shoves her out the window.
How is she still alive?
The maiden card. She never got it back, so it was still in use.
And Hoth was unable to suss out that this heals injuries?
He didn't know this. So after that night is when Elspeth is healing, right, for a couple days. Ione went into town. I think she like stayed at some inn, and then she went to her house and hung out there. So Hoth back at the castle has no idea that Ione like zombified herself alive with the maiden card. And then he gets attacked by the nightmare. He's knocked out. The first time he sees her is in this scene. His eyes are open and he turns and he looks at her.
Yes.
It's because
I do remember
she's
this.
alive.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Man, I'm so glad you were able to recap that for me. And I'm not going to lie. I don't think I can listen to this book around our children.
No.
Because I love her to pieces. But there was like a 20-minute stretch where she came in every 5 minutes and I kept having to take my headphone out and I was trying to listen to both.
All she was doing was showing off her cat, which her cat is adorable and lovely. I just wish that the cat would stay with us while we're listening to the book.
Or go the fuck away.
Well, it does. It adores her. And I want it to cuddle with me.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that's what happened. And then that's what I was trying to get into in this. We now know that that's what that moment was when he looks at her and then his eyes roll in the back of his head moment, right? Wait, so then at some point they must have found out that she was murdered. He must have been able to say this at least enough to know that the maiden card does this, and then they use the maiden card.
That's what I'm saying. This explains how he ends up showing back up.
Yeah, he must have been awake enough to be able to convey that information, or the nightmare card worked on him so he could mentally say, get the maiden card.
Or he told, who's that other Destrier fellow?
I don't know. There's some guy hanging out in there the whole time.
Yeah, Lucius or something like that.
No, but it's fitting. Lyndon?
Yeah. Lyndon, there we
Maybe?
go. Yeah, something like that. If Hoth told that fellow that he had killed her, and then she shows back up unscathed, he's got to be like, putting two and two together eventually.
Yeah, somehow.
No, because then they would have healed Hoth before now. So
No, somehow after Hoth saw her,
yes,
he conveyed that he needed the maiden card because he's like, I definitely killed that bitch, and she's right there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we got into that whole thing, and it was after that scene that Elm walks to Ione's house. I write the word walked. I don't know if he really did, but I'm going to think he did. That he walked through the mud and trenched through it.
Yes.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah. To go deliver dresses.
To get all her dresses. Chapter 35, we're back to Raven. Now they're facing the Alderwood forest, just like the memory of the Nightmare and his sister. The payment is a charm. Nightmare sacrificed his sister. Okay, now Peter dies, is my note. And then I also have the note, what about on and off again with the charm? Given how quickly the charm works, it seems like you can just like toss, and it's Jesper.
The woods have to welcome you in there that way, though. You would no longer be welcome the minute you were charmed again.
You're right. Peter wasn't welcomed. Oh, no. You're right. Okay, so you can't on again and off again. And then it was...
To be fair, the
Jesper.
Nightmare also was not welcomed when they realized who he was.
Okay.
Because then he used his sword and he was like fighting them off. Remember, they were going to kill him?
Yes.
They were going to kill Raven. And then...
Well, Raven was given the opportunity to move forward through this little portal thing, and then he chose not to because he's trying to save his sister. And Elspeth's like, you need to go in and do it yourself. And he's like, fine. And then he like cuts his hand. And she's like, I'm pretty sure it was me who did it.
Oh, no, I'm sacrificing myself.
The amount of times we can make that joke in these
I know.
books.
God, Harry Potter's dumb.
Oh, that was aggressive.
Sorry. J.K. Rowling, you can blow me. I'm hating on all the authors today.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, we do hate her, right?
Yes.
She is legitimately awful? Okay.
Yes.
That one I'm allowed to be shitty about.
Yes.
All right.
Chapter 36, Elm is dancing with women. His hand is placed high on their backs, though. Very important to note.
Way up there. He's trying to get the bras loose.
What? No.
Free the titty, protect the city.
And Ione shows up in a deep V-cut dress.
She's letting her tatties hang out.
She's like, I'm the top bitch at this party.
Yeah.
And she proves it. Ione gave him permission to use the Nightmare card on her. Memory of her being sold. Elm knows where the maiden card is at. They get to that. Memory of her begging for the card. He tried murdering her. Oh, I should have wrote down Hoth. And I think this was just before the attack by Elspeth. That's when Elm found her at her house. So when she revived, she went into like the town and stayed there. And then she went to her house and she stayed there for a few days. And who came to save her? Elm. And that's when they rode back in.
Our boy.
Exactly. And he proposed to her, I'd be your king, but always your servant and never your keeper. And then she turned the maiden card off.
Yeah, and she got a little lumpy, and he was like, those are my loves. My love, my love, my love.
What I get from it is her rock and bod stayed the same. She got freckles. She got wrinkles. Like normal ass wrinkles. Like just
that you get in your early 20s.
No, like the not Botox look anymore.
Yeah, she can emote.
Exactly. And her teeth changed. Her lips
they
probably
moved
got
further
thinner.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, her lips got thinner. Her ass remained unchanged because he did bring that up before. He's just like, I'm fucking all about that bod. But yeah, you're right. Her lips, her entire face. The face card is different. But he's all for it.
Yeah, he's totally into her. It's adorable. Chapter 37, we have Elspeth. Peter wasn't allowed in the Alder Forest. You pointed that out. Jesper turned into Eris. The Book of Alders were the words of the trees. I found that interesting because the entire book that he made a sacrifice for, they were already telling him all that stuff.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. They were saying it, but I do think in order to turn it into a cohesive thing, perhaps he
turn it into
help.
a book.
Yeah, Ghost Rider.
The valley floor was covered in bodies, and there were 2 twin alder trees on a hill.
Almost like, what did their dad always call the brother and sister duo?
Twisted.
Oh.
Twisters.
No, you're right. I think they were twisted. It was like twisted like the trees. The twin
All right, this
alders are
makes sense
probably
where
twisted together because
you
all the
thought things
trees.
were weird.
Yeah, again, I did.
I think Raven is having a meltdown and he needed the nightmare to get him back. It was like a Saving Private Ryan moment on the beach, and they're just like, snap out of it. You gotta go. We gotta move.
I love that you are one to reference Saving Private Ryan in this. That's so fucking funny. You're like, yeah, no, it's his D-Day moment for sure. There he was on the beach in Normandy staring at a couple trees.
There was this TikTok that went into, you know, those stupid videos where you have like the AI voice in the background and it's retelling the story as if it's like a Reddit story almost.
Yes.
And it like uses like there I was, blah, blah, blah.
The boy was doing this.
And then I grew into a handsome man, like that type of storytelling.
Yeah, that one was very funny.
This one was on Saving Private Ryan, but I didn't know this at the beginning because it's showing this woman who is getting together all these letters and is saying, and then the woman realized she was going to send 3 letters to the same woman that tell her that her children have all died. Right. And to me, I'm like, I don't know what this movie is. And then she escalates it up. And then it goes to this person. And they're like, then we need to find him. We need to find Ryan. And they're like, that's the whole point of Saving Private Ryan, was because the mother was going to be given bad news about 3 of her sons. So they needed to find the 4th one as to not break her heart. Is that the whole point of the movie?
Well, you only want to deliver letters once. If you find out the 4th one's dead, you're like, hey, let's kill 4 birds with 1 stone.
Well, that's kind of what they were saying. They're like, I don't know. He just kind of got dropped off. Good luck. We don't even know if he's still alive. We haven't heard from them in several days.
Yep. Got to save him.
Yeah. But anyways, it kind of cracks me up that I've seen this movie. I didn't realize that was the whole point of the movie, essentially.
Probably the greatest Matt Damon movie ever. I think it's Matt Damon, isn't it?
I thought it was Forrest Gump.
Do you know who Forrest Gump is?
Not Matt Damon.
That's correct.
Who's the main guy? Who's the
in Forrest Gump?
Yeah, no, who's Private Ryan?
I think it's Matt Damon. But Forrest Gump is Tom Hanks.
I thought it was Tom Hanks.
You've been conflating. Oh my God, we're right back to the Green Mile. First of all, the Green Mile, also Tom Hanks.
Okay, there we go.
Who plays the warden?
Yep.
The Green Mile? Yeah. Let's see.
For some reason, I thought, I think it's probably as dumb as I watched these 2 movies right around the same time.
Oh my God, I think you might be right.
Am I? Please tell me, who's the main guy in Saving Private Ryan?
Okay, Tom Hanks is a captain. Private Ryan is Matt Damon.
Okay, we're both right.
But yeah, you're right. I don't know why I completely forgot about Tom Hanks until all of a sudden I'm like, looked at a movie poster. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
I remember thinking that he looked so goobery running around in
God damn.
the uniform.
It is so funny to have, if you could switch Forrest Gump out for the captain in Saving Private Ryan, that would be very funny to me. Like, imagine this is just Forrest Gump.
That's kind of what he looks like, though.
Well, you're right. I mean, other than one of them takes place during Vietnam and the other one takes place during World War II. But same. But yeah, Matt Damon.
I forgot all about Matt Damon in the movie.
That's so funny because I forgot all about Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks is a bigger part of that movie than Matt Damon is.
Isn't Tom Hanks the one trying to get him out of there safely?
Correct. But Private Ryan is Matt Damon.
Yeah. You're right.
But I don't know why. Wow. So seldom do we have one of these moments.
The nightmare is Tom Hanks.
Yep. Yep, he is. Fair enough. And who's Matt Damon?
Elspeth.
The bird.
Yeah. I know. I'm just fucking
the
with
bird. Also, when he fixes his nose, he calls it a beak.
Yes. He also calls his son's nose a beak. Bennett's nose.
Well, again, they have the same eyes.
Same nose.
Same. He's always annoyed.
Same magic.
Yep. Same magic. Oh, what a night. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know that song. I don't know any of the songs.
Strange Magic, but
I kind of knew one earlier.
Oh, did you? Oh, you did, yeah. See, it's Strange Magic is actually the word, but same magic had a nice ring to it.
It's a really catchy song. I like it.
You've heard that before.
No, I don't think so. Have you played it?
Yes. I've played it. Oldies stations have been playing it since we were born.
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar. Sounds really on point with a majority of these books.
Yeah, it kind of is. For this, it was just funny because you were like, same magic. And I was like, strange magic. Ooh. That's right. It's what you get for free, guys.
The mist was from the nightmare making the first deal as a child. No, I don't think that's right. And then I have, what a little shithead. I don't think that detail's
It could
right.
be. It could have been right. Maybe that's how he thought he was protecting his kingdom.
Well, they're kind of talking about how the trees were saying, leave her. We're either going to feed her magic or feed off of her. And then they're kind of like, wait, what? That's what you're doing with all these people? And they're like, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's why they're calling them in, is to feed off of them. Or sometimes they give gifts, I guess. Real hit and miss.
All right. Yeah, could be anywhere.
The purpose doesn't make sense. And then it right after that scene, it's talking about how the nightmare was saying, like, yeah, it's all because some kid thought he never had enough. Like some spoiled kid.
Yeah, that's fair. And he was referencing himself.
Yeah, he was.
So, no, I see what you're coming from there. Where you're coming from there.
And then I have, they should have brought an axe. Nightmare put blood on the altar. And then I think a fight broke out. And that's where he's slashing away at all the trees and chopping them kind of down. Chapter 38, Ione's back to normal. And she asked Elm to leave, and so he does, and he goes to his brother's room, and he returns the nightmare card, and then he goes back, and he listens to her cry. So no, he did not use...
You're correct.
...the nightmare card to listen to her cry.
Yep, you're correct. I was misunderstanding from the moment earlier.
And then when she's ready, she lets him in, and he lays down on the bed, and she comes and cuddles him, and they cuddle until they fall asleep, and then they wake up the next morning, and they're just talking.
Yeah, no, it's super cute.
It's adorable. And they share memories of when they first saw each other. And then they rode away from Stone. And I think they banged in the grass. And he shared his secrets. And they came back.
First of all, he was on a throne.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when they banged.
No, they weren't.
Yes.
No.
She straddles him. She's rubbing her soft parts against his hard parts. And as she applies more pressure, seats him in the throne. The word throne was used because I was going to make a joke about the throne scene.
They were kind of humping on the throne before they got the maiden card.
I thought they were humping. No, this is post maiden
card. They were definitely riding horses.
You're right, because he says, do you still enjoy riding?
And then they get off the horses and they're in the grass.
Okay, you're right. They fuck outside.
I think they fucked outside.
That's kind of a theme for this author.
It is.
Fucking in grass.
Him banging in the grass.
Yeah, what was that phrase? Just retelling the same story. Laying in the grass.
Was that it? No.
Yeah, it was like, we're going to go lay in the grass.
Take him to the grass.
Roll in the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was. Let's go fuck where the sheep do.
After they have this romantic... Oh my God, no. I was reading again and you said some shit. They finish that. And he shares his secrets. He's talking about his mom. It was super cute and adorable. How vulnerable he is with her. Like, I adore Elm.
Yeah, unprompted. He's okay with crying because he's a real fucking man.
And Hoth was in his room.
Yeah, he peek over, the door's open, and boom, Hoth. Fucking scary.
And that's the end of our chapters.
Yeah. So, do you think he's going to get a chance to tap his scythe card real fast and make Hoth not an issue? Or do you think you could present this as, hey, listen, paperwork's all drawn up on the air now, not you. I'll go ahead and marry Ione so you don't have to. You can go find love.
I don't know. We have some problems because if he has the maiden card placed somewhere else, he can't die right now.
Okay, I agree with you, but I would say there are worse things than death.
I don't think that he could survive a beheading, though.
Here's the thing. Maybe he can, right? Perhaps he could survive the beheading. Survival is not the only thing you want. There are lots of ways to make people wish they could die. I mean, throw a big rock and a rope down to the bottom, right? Bind this guy's hands or fucking cut his hands off. Leave those above water.
We don't need to get in detail.
All I'm saying is he could perpetually be drowning. He could be trapped in a casket that you had locked. Take him back down into the catacombs.
Well, he could be there as long, and then you just go find his card.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is eventually, you let him, he gets a jury of his peers. The justice system is not broken.
No.
We're here to fix some things. We can't continue to run them this way.
On a for real note, how do you think this is going to end?
Poorly.
Well,
I don't think that
duh.
in 12 chapters it's going to go the way that I want it to go. I think Raven and Elspeth become united through mutual sacrifice. The king is eventually able to move on. The Shepherd King is able to move on, and now he's ready to go be a dad because Tilly has been waiting for 600 years for a fucking father. Go be that. Bennett is going to come up and in some way influence Raven, I believe, because they're sort of like Raven's kind of the reincarnation of that somehow. Hoth becomes king, rules the place, does a great job, or he decides he doesn't want to be. No, he does want to be king now because his wife's going to want to be the queen.
I want to pause you on the Bennett thing. I think the Bennett situation is more the nightmare making right what he did wrong with his son, with his great grandson.
I hope so. We eventually also are going to have something come up with the kid. You know what I'm talking about?
What kid?
The kid. The one that's sickly and living at home again.
Emery.
Emery, there we go. Yeah, something's got to come up with Emery.
I think he's just going to die. I think he's the one that dies and not Jesper.
I don't think so. I think Jesper manages to save Emery. The way that they revert Jesper back without her actually dying is by clearing the mist.
You think they're going to succeed in that?
Yeah,
they have to.
Yeah, I think they're going to succeed in that. I think it's the whole point of both these books. I think then Emery is cured. He lives a very fruitful life, ruling alongside his cousin. That's what I think kind of happens.
I also think that the papers were already drawn for Elm to take over next, and I'm assuming he's actually already signed those papers.
He said he did.
He did?
Yep.
Okay.
He signed those papers as soon as he found the marriage contract.
I thought there were...
heir will marry her.
I also thought that there was another thing that he kept asking his dad to do, and his dad's like, did you sign those papers? He's like, yeah, after you do X, Y, Z. What was that?
It was some... basically conditional surrender thing. We didn't get a specific on what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a nuts and bolts of it.
Do you want a couple trivia questions?
Fuck. I don't think I'm going to be able to answer them, but go ahead.
I'll start on the easy one. What was Raven's charm? We're going to give it a moment. Okay, what is your guess?
Viper head.
All right, good job. What are the 3 cards Ione received from the Golden Knight in the Prophet Vision? Let's give it just a moment, and now go.
Twin Alders, Maiden, Scythe.
No, I'm just kidding. You were pretty confident. You're right.
I'm correct.
You didn't even flinch.
No, I know the symbolism of those 3 cards.
This one we already talked about, so it's not a very good trivia question, but it was the infected woman can see through what animal? Let's give it just a moment, and now go. See?
Crow.
Yeah.
Which would have been a better bird for Raven to be.
There are 3 maiden cards in stone. There's Ione's, the King's, and who had the 3rd one?
Hoth at the end.
No. It's some woman.
You don't think Hoth had one?
No, I think it did.
It was the lady who his dad wanted him to marry. She was walking around in ethereal beauty. And he's like, she's unnatural. I don't like her. I like the other unnaturally beautiful one.
Oh, this name was like Yvette or something like that. I don't know.
She's the one that walked in when he was painting the horse that turned into, what's her name?
Maybe. And before she didn't have the maiden card and now she does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dad was like, he's not horny enough for this one. Well, we got to give him something because he's been chasing around that blonde one that's all maidened out. That's what I'm thinking is happening.
Probably, and that's
and
probably
the brother's like,
She hasn't stopped talking about you since she got here.
Well, yeah, because the whole fucking party's about me.
Yeah, that does make
Who
sense.
the fuck else is she going to talk about?
All right, here's a hard one. What is Ione's charm? Give it a moment. Maybe you do need more time.
Ione's charm was hair or something, wasn't it?
No,
What was
that is Elm's.
Oh, okay. What's Ione's?
Try one more time. I want to see you struggle.
I really don't know. Is it... It's not a bone.
It is a bone of some kind.
Oh, is it? Is it the chicken bone or whatever?
No, it is a horse tooth.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, something gross.
It's not weird.
Yeah. What's weird is when we were talking about hair, I imagined it as horsehair.
And that's Elm's. I think Elm's
Okay.
is horsehair that he wraps around his hand.
Oh, they both got real horse themes going on.
Yeah, it's
He's a
pretty
horse boy.
gross. But those are all our chapters.
Well, I'm really stoked to get to the next ones.
I love you.
I love you.
You're my bestie.
You're my bestie. Are you stoked to get to the next ones?
Yeah, of course I am.
All right.
I'm going to finish this book tomorrow.
Whoa. Big words. Open your legs and close your books. It's over.
No.
Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a two-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.